What's good, everybody? We back at it. Week 3 is upon us. Now, as you can see, I've updated it with what my current rank or record is. 23-9, y'all. Now, the first 2 weeks, there were a couple surprises that I feel were out of the realm of reality. Like nobody really would have picked. Let me think. What did I got wrong? Dolphins week 1. Nobody really could have foresaw things being as bad as they were to kick off the season. Let me think. What else? Lions getting beat that bad against Green Bay. Maybe I am underrating Green Bay. I can admit that. Maybe I'm gonna stop sleeping on Green Bay. But week 2 we got the Broncos losing to the Colts. The Vikings losing to the Falcons. I don't know, man. I mean, a lot of these I reach for the stars with, like the Raiders over the Chargers. Chargers are not a bad team, but I envision the Raiders being a lot better than they are, and they're not there yet. Maybe they won't be there. I don't know if Geno's that guy anymore. Um, or maybe it's the offensive scheme. I don't know what it is, but Geno and the offense definitely has been struggling a lot. Genty, he has his moments, but he's very immature as a running back. Like he's very young, and it shows, especially this past game. So my my wrongs in week 1: Chiefs, Panthers. Yeah, these are the teams that I bet on to win. Chiefs, and it was a reach with the Panthers. I get it, but they played well. So Chiefs, Panthers, Dolphins, Lions, Texans. My wrongs for week 2: Commanders, Broncos, Vikings, and Raiders. So all in all, not too bad, but we got to clean it up, y'all. We got to clean it up. So I'm gonna quit. Excuse me. Actually, the only game, the only underdog pick that I had last week, I wouldn't consider the Commanders an underdog in that matchup. Regardless of how good Green Bay is, I don't think the Commanders should have been looked at as an underdog. So I'm not calling them one. The only underdog pick that I had that I lost out on was the Raiders. And then you got the Vikings and the Broncos folding completely to inferior teams, in my opinion. And the Commanders, they just Green Bay found the answer against them. But all in all, not bad picks. Like I said, a couple surprises, a couple reaches that I didn't hit on, but I like where we're at. So we're gonna keep going with week 3. Excuse me. Damn. Okay, week 3. Let's move this over here. Here we go. Clearly, we're going with the Buffalo Bills. They've been too dominant. You have Josh Allen essentially break his nose. I don't know exactly what happened, but he left for a couple plays, came back in with toilet paper stuffed in his nose, bleeding still, and he completed the game. They won by 20 against the Jets. The Bills are too good right now. They're too good. Defensively is playing up to par. Offensively, they're doing what needs to be done. So yeah, the Bills and Miami again. I'm just going to continually bet against Miami until they prove me otherwise because they're not a good football team, top to bottom. The way they're being ran, the way they're being coached, the way the team dynamic is, it's a mess. Honestly, the way people talk about Cincinnati, and I know I keep talking about Cincinnati. Excuse me. The way people keep talking about Cincinnati is what I envision Miami is portraying. You know what I mean? So Buffalo's just too dominant. There's really no need to even elaborate anymore. Buffalo's too good. Miami's awful. It's going to be a landslide. I don't want to say it that way. I think they'll win by double digits, maybe even 10, 11 points, but they're going to win by double digits. Commanders and Raiders, that'll be a good one. Now, start off, I'm going to go with Washington. Okay? First of all, I'm going with Washington. But We need to see what Jaden Daniels' injury status is going to be like this week coming up. I haven't heard anything yet. I just know he got banged up against Green Bay and he was questionable. I don't know if they made any final determinations yet. I haven't checked. It's 12:30 p.m. on Wednesday, so I haven't looked either. So they might have put something out already. I don't know, but I'm if he's healthy, I think they'll bounce back and they'll have a good game against the Raiders. Um, Not a lot of hope for the Raiders on offense. Brock Bowers is injured. He still played pretty well last week or this past week. Jacoby Myers is fine, but it doesn't matter if Geno can't get him the ball. Geno had some good pockets, but I don't know. And you got to factor in it was a divisional matchup, a team that knows you very well, even though it's a whole new infrastructure with the Raiders, new coaching, new offensive pieces. But I, I don't know. I don't think the Raiders are there yet. This isn't going to be their year. Can they steal one or two from some divisional matchups? Possibly, but against somebody like the Washington Commanders, who are already established, uh, got slumped this past week, looking to bounce back in a strong way, offensively and defensively at that. I think this would be a good game for Washington to come back and put on a strong performance. But it will matter who's quarterback. If Jaden Daniels can't go, I might be leaning more towards the Raiders. Or if he's too hampered, I don't know what the issue was. If it was a leg issue, knee, or something like that, I look for a big Max Crosby game. I mean, he hasn't made himself felt at this point in the season yet. So this could be one of those games for him. We'll see. But I'm riding with Washington for this time. Falcons and Panthers. I'm gonna go Falcons. Panthers aren't as bad as people say, but they're still not a complete team. And I feel like the Falcons are a more complete team, even though I don't believe or buy into Mike Penix. If Boogie Cousins was playing, I like him as a solid starter quarterback. Mike Penix, I don't like the way he throws. It doesn't look good to me. He still looks frazzled in there a lot. I don't know. But they have the better team. So that's why I'm riding with Atlanta for this one. Packers and Browns, yeah, we're not going to. I mean, maybe it's all it's going to, because they got some. The Browns have a great defense. Myles Garrett has an opportunity to give Jordan Love some action that he hasn't seen so far this year. So, and the secondary for Cleveland is very stout as well. So, man, I don't want to see that would be a great underdog pick for me. I'm gonna ride with Green Bay though. I'm gonna ride with Green Bay until they prove me otherwise on this one. But I would not be surprised if Green 7.5. If Green Bay got upset by Cleveland, I wouldn't be shocked. I'll put it that way. I wanted to do it. I almost did it, but I ain't gonna do it. I ain't gonna do it. Steelers and Patriots. This one I will take the underdog. I will take New England. 1.5 points. That could go the other way for me. The Patriots, and we haven't really seen a lot of Stephon Diggs. Like, he hasn't shown up like we're used to. Is he done, or has he just not had a favorable matchup yet? I don't know. Ramsey will more than likely shadow Stephon. If you don't, I don't know what you don't want to win if you don't put Ramsey on Stephon Diggs. But Pittsburgh, their run defense is bad. The middle of the field's always open. They have no coverage in the middle of the field from the linebacker to the safety area. Can you know what kind of coach Vrabel is as well, but can New England with Drake May expose this Steelers defense? That's going to be key. Defense, bend, don't break. Rodgers will give you some opportunities. Those receivers, they're not spectacular. I'm I feel like I'm talking myself more into it, but I feel comfortable picking New England over Pittsburgh. I'm not saying Pittsburgh has no chance of winning because they clearly can, but I like this upset. I really do. Rams Eagles. That's another one. I like that upset. I really like that upset. I think if Stafford's back is actually good to go, and he's shown the past 2 weeks they look good. So I mean, it's Philly defending champs. I really like that upset. I'm a ride with the Rams. Rams over Philly. Not that either team has done anything to persuade me the other way, but Rams had them on the ropes last year in the playoffs during that snowstorm, and I'd like the way they looked. Yes, they had Cooper Cup, but now they got Devontae Adams, who's more athletic, more more of a enforcer at the receiver position than Cooper Cup was. No disrespect to him. Puka Nakua is getting better daily. I think Philly and the Eagles defense hasn't been the world beaters they were last year as well. So keep that in mind. The Chiefs had some opportunities. Who they played week one? Can't remember whoever they played week one, but they give up. Oh, Dallas. They give up some opportunities. You know what I mean? So I wouldn't be caught off guard or surprised if the Rams pulled one out in Philly. Titans and Colts. Yeah, Colts, man. Danny Dimes, what he's been showing has been crazy. I don't like the Colts particularly, but they've been shutting me up the past 2 weeks, and I don't see anything from Tennessee to say that trend won't continue. So definitely riding with the Colts. I don't know. Right now, I'm looking at Cam Ward like I'm looking at Caleb Williams. Is it the organization? Is he just not what he was in college? I don't know. But I mean, he made some plays here and there, but he hasn't lived up to the hype as of yet. And it's only week 2 in his rookie year. I get it, but I need to see more. I need a lot more from Tennessee than what we're getting. So we're riding with the Colts on this one. Bucks and Jets. I'm gonna go Bucks. I think they just released a statement or updated the injury report for Justin Fields, and I believe I'm assuming he's out. But if he's in, it'll be a more interesting game for sure. But I don't know, y'all. I really don't know. Hold on, let me look at it because if Justin Fields is playing, it's definitely a more interesting game. I still pick the Bucks, but I can see the Jets upsetting the way they played Week 1. They had some injury issues against the Bills divisional matchup. I get it. The Bills are just that much better, but I think New York Jets they could match up a lot better with the Buccaneers than the Bills. I, of course, could be wrong, but I don't know, man. It's a lot to. I don't know. I don't know. We shall see. Justin Fields is out, so okay. All that is for nothing. The Bucks are gonna win. the the Bucks got that one. Tyrod Taylor's cool, but he's not that anymore. He's a lot older, slower. The Bucks got that. I don't know what else needs to be said. That's it. Bengals and Vikings. I'm going. We're the underdogs. Bengals are the underdogs. What are you doing, Vegas? Come on. All right. So, as I've stated previously, I think my team is greatly underrated. Our defense was never as bad as it seemed. I think we're a lot better this year. We're averaging two takeaways per game now, I believe. I think we had two last game as well against the Jags. You're putting in Carson Wentz. You have no J.J. McCarthy. You still are without Jordan Addison. So you got and Aaron Jones is on IR. Okay. Now from the Bengals side of it, we got no Joe Burrow. He's on IR. We got no Shamar Stewart. He's injured. Well, he's week to week, I believe, with a knee injury or hamstring, something like that. Knee injury, I believe. But we still have, and Shamar didn't start last week either. I just want to point that out. Oh no, he did start last week. He didn't start week 1. So we have a lot of versatility, a lot of depth at the edge rusher position that we haven't had in previous seasons. We got Joseph Asai still up there, Miles Murphy. We got guys ready to go. So yes, excuse me, Shamar Stewart will be a missed commodity on this defense, but it's not like we have to replace someone to the level of Aaron Jones for the Vikings. Now we have a Joe Burrow. We have to do something to help or heal that loss. Okay, Jake Browning, last time he played the Vikings with the Bengals, Joe Burrow was injured, pulled out that dub. Uno was held relatively in check. I think 4 or 5 for 64 yards and no touchdown. T had 2 touchdowns, 60 plus yards. Our defense, we had lost DJ Reed. We had a lot of injuries in that matchup with those guys, but we still pulled out the victory. And it was Mullen. I think Mullins was their quarterback. I can't remember, but whoever it was at that point was doing well. So I think we got this. I like our odds to. We're definitely going to upset. Well, I'll put it that way. We're going to upset. Our defense has been really good as of late. The Vikings has been suspect. Plus, we know what we're getting from our offense. Jake Browning isn't brand new in this scheme, this organization. He knows how to play ball with these guys. And you saw Uno was relatively held in check with Burrow. Well, the offense was, and then we unlocked things with Browning. Play calling got a little more free. Let him launch it. Yeah, he threw 3 picks, but he's gonna. I prefer a guy who's gonna put us in the position to put points on the board. Let T, let Uno, let Yoshi, let Mike Gesicki, let Noah Fant go up and make plays on the ball. I like our chances. So I am more worried if I was a Vikings fan for this matchup than I would be from a Bengals aspect of it. But we'll see. This should be a good game, but I definitely say Bengals by 7 is my call. Houston Texans, Jacksonville Jaguars. So now these two teams are kind of in the same realm with me. Jacksonville showed me a lot last week offensively. Trevor, he's very careless with the ball. He threw 2 picks, 1 potential pick, but it was dropped, I guess. I'm not sold on Houston either, though. Houston's defense, I'm sold on them. That defense is crazy. Nick Chubb came out. He was running well. They're definitely missing Mixon. I haven't heard Tank Dell's name. Is he injured? I know Nico's been playing. I don't know what's going on with Tank Dell. I haven't heard anything about him. I haven't paid attention to him either. But I know Nico needs more help on offense. He can't do it all by himself. But as a whole, I'm picking that upset too. Is that 3 back? Oh no, okay. I was gonna say, is that 3 back-to-back upsets? No, just 2. But I don't understand. Maybe it's because they're in Jacksonville, but I don't understand why Houston is the underdog to Jacksonville at this point in the career. But we'll see. What did I just do? Oops, my bad, y'all. Let me fix that. How we get to the Saint? There we go. My bad. Okay. Saints and Seahawks. It's not a question. You will never catch me. I will bet thousands of dollars. I might put a couple hundred on Seahawks spanking or just winning. I'm gonna put a couple hundred on Seahawks beating the Saints because that's a guarantee. Saints are awful. They're just not a good team. No good. Spencer Rattler. That's the best you could do. I don't. No. We're going with the Saints or Seahawks. Seahawks put on a show against Pittsburgh. That was a really good game. They exposed a lot about Rodgers, a lot about those receivers. Without what's their name, Whitworth. can't remember what the number one quarterback's name is, but they look good. I'm definitely taking the Seahawks over the Saints. Saints, they just got too many glaring issues. I don't know if it's coaching, staffing, all of the above. The Saints aren't it, defensively or offensively. They don't look good. Broncos, Chargers, that'll be a good one. I'm going Chargers for sure. Broncos have Bo Nix hasn't looked like he did last year. The defense hasn't looked like it did last year. The Chargers have surprised me a lot with their play. They're aggressive. They like to. They're not afraid to release it, but he's smart with the ball. I mean, he always has been. It's just the playoffs where he has his issues. I'm really liking the Chargers over the Broncos. The Broncos, I need to see more, offensively and defensively. I don't know what it is, what's going on in Denver. It's not looking good. I don't want to put it on coaching, but this kind of regression, it's not even a regression. What are they 1-1 right now? I don't know what their record is, but it looks like they're regressing to me. They're not what they were last year, and I don't need you to be spectacular, but the way you're getting beat up on it's a little alarming in my opinion. So I I need to see what's up with Denver. I need more action from Denver. The way you lose to the Colts, and the Colts kind of dominated. It wasn't a blowout. The Colts had their way. Could it be Lou Anarumo on the defense? Offensively, they had their way. Danny Dimes was killing them. I don't know, man. There's if I'm a Denver fan, I'm a little worried about what's going on right now. Niners, Cardinals. We're going. Wait. So, like I said, I believe in this defense. I believe Mac Jones was good enough last week against the Saints to not lose the game, but you only win by 6 points. Now you have a lot better of an offense with a lot more chemistry in Arizona. Kyler Murray, Marvin Harrison Jr., James Conner, Trey McBride. I kind of like that upset, if I'm being real with you. But I already got three on the books. I don't know if I want to go for another upset. But I like Arizona in this matchup. I think I'm gonna go with Arizona. I and that's still with the assumption that Mac Jones is going to be their quarterback. I don't like or no, I don't know. I said like I don't know the status of Brock Purdy. I assume he's out again, but we can look that up real quick. Purdy. Yeah, Purdy's still out. Oh, his return's not. He's supposed to be back by the 28th. So yeah, especially if it's Mac Jones, I'm riding with the Cardinals. I like them in this matchup. Their defense isn't bad. They're not on San Francisco's level, but they're not out there getting murdered either. So against somebody like Mac Jones, I think they can hold their own, and it'll be a good game. But I'm picking Arizona over San Francisco. This one I don't understand. Dallas and Chicago. What? I'm taking this. You might as well call them. They are the underdog. You might as well tell me Dallas is awful. Yes, the Giants played an amazing game against Dallas last week. Chicago isn't on that level, and nobody's saying or that the Giants are an amazing team. Chicago is just that bad. I don't understand what Vegas sees that I don't, but I'm definitely taking the Cowboys over the Bears. That's some money. That's a game I put a lot of money into as well. Chiefs, Giants, Chiefs. What? Is that a question? I think this will be a good bounce back game after that loss they just took to Philly, where Philly basically controlled the whole game. Uh, Patrick Mahomes got no respect from Philly, and I think in the perfect world, the Chiefs should feel some kind of way and they should bounce back. I don't think that. I don't think the Giants will be able to repeat what they did last week against the Cowboys, this week against the Chiefs. I could be wrong, but I don't know. This will be. I hope this is a really good game, but I'm still taking the Chiefs to come out on top. Maybe a late Bucker kick for 60 yards for the win. I don't know, but I expect that to be a good game. And finish the week with Baltimore Ravens and Detroit Lions. Another heavy matchup in Baltimore. So here's my issue. Part of me wants to be. Derrick Henry had such a horrible week last week. I feel like we're going to get a heavy dose of Derrick Henry this week. But I don't like betting against the Lions. I don't think Baltimore's defense is what they're hyped up to be. I don't think losing their coordinators in the grand scheme of things will matter that much to the Lions. I think they haven't lost anything. They're still intact. I mean, they lost a couple pieces here and there, like their linemen and things. But my money, I can't go with another underdog. I can't. I'm gonna go Baltimore. I don't like it, but I'm gonna go Baltimore just because they're at home. But 5.5 points is I think that's too much. Give me 1.5. I'll feel more comfortable. But I I don't like it. I don't like it. I'm gonna go Baltimore, but I don't like it, and that's all I can do for this week. That's what I'm around with. All right. So those are my picks for this week. We got the Bills, Commanders, Falcons, Packers, Patriots, Rams, Colts, Buccaneers, Bengals, Texans, Seahawks, Chargers, Cardinals, Cowboys, Chiefs, and Ravens. All getting the dubs in week 3. That's all I got for this week, man. Let me know what you guys think about these picks in the comments below. Who you picking? Who do you agree with me with? That's what I want to know. Who are you taking? Who are you taking with me? Man, if you haven't already, please drop a like on the video, subscribe to the channel. Stay tuned for the next video. We're gonna get some reactions done to some of these games soon. It's just been a little hectic, but we're getting back in the groove. I apologize, but that's all I got for today, man. Love and appreciate every last one of you guys. Until next time, peace.